Donovan Pearson comes in motion, right out, keeps right out with running room over the 40 into Hornet territory all the way down to the 36-yard line. And a Benton first down. The Benton starters across the front: Walker Davis, Elijah Harris, Carter Sanders, Tanner Holden, and Parker Glaze left to right. Right out is your quarterback. Braylon Russell is your running back. The receivers are Elias Payne, Donovan Pearson, and Logan Owen. The H-back is Drake Womack. First down and 7 for the Panthers. Give to Braylon Russell. Russell in the secondary. He's all the way down to the Bryant 19-yard line as the Panthers convert on third down. 3 receivers to the wide side. Fake to Russell. Right out, keeps right out with running room. Down to the 10-yard line. And it'll be first down and goal. Benton. Left. Womack, the H-back to the left. Power set to the left for Benton. They give it to Braylon Russell. He's going to run right. He's going to carry Hornets into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
2nd and 10 for Bryant. Walker in trouble. He's sacked. Walker goes down outside the 40-yard line. They'll drop him officially at the 41. That's a 7-yard loss.
Yeah, Hunter Goodwin going to be credited with the sack. The 6'1", 235-pound senior. 2 sacks last year, gets his first sack of this season. There were 4 Panthers back there, but Hunter Goodwin is the Panther that brought Walker down at the 41. Tackle.
4 receivers, 3 right, 1 to the left. Walker rolls to his right, protected well, fires, and it is intercepted. The Benton Panthers have come up with the takeaway at the 40-yard line, and with the takeaway, Zeke Smith.
How about Patrick Shipp?
Oh, excuse me. Okay.
I think we've got 2 number 16s, Michael.
Yeah,
so
we
that's
do.
An honest mistake right there.
Both listed as DB. So
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
But that is the senior, Patrick Shipp, on the interception, as he broke on the football, nicely intended for Carter. Give to Russell. He's got running room at midfield at the 40, down to the 32-yard line. A gain of 19 for Braylon on that carry and a Benton first down.
You actually have several of the starters still in there, and they were fooled, but you know, talk about some of the Benton mistakes tonight. Right there, 2 of the Bryant players collided, ran right into each other. Might have happened once.
Woolbright throws catch. Elias Payne breaks a tackle. Elias is inside the 10-yard line down to the 6, and there is the electricity of a Benton sophomore, Elias Payne. Elias had 15 touchdowns last year in junior high. Braylon Russell has his 2nd touchdown of the night on a run behind Walker Davis, and the Benton Panthers have cut the Hornet lead to 38-13 with 11:25 to go in the ball game on a Braylon Russell touchdown run.
Untouched. Good block up, 2nd and 9, and they will keep it on the ground yet again, and stuck. Going down is Brandon Johnson. Boy, he was met right away, loses a couple of yards.
That's
that Hicks getting.
That's Walter Hicks.
And 10. They're at their own 28-yard line. Paulinetti out of the gun, 4 receivers set. Looking to his right, he's in trouble. He is sacked back at the 15-yard line. Goodness gracious. I'll give him the 16. That's a loss of 12.
Perfect snap and hold. Wilbur's kick is up, and it is good. Lucas Wilbur with the field goal with 7:27 to go in the ball game. 2nd down, give to Braylon Russell. He's hitting the backfield. There goes Braylon. Braylon breaking tackles, running away from Bears, and Braylon's going to take 3 Bears to bring him down all the way at the Sylvan Hills 40-yard line. Woolbright drops back, sets up the screen to Drake Womack. He's got a convoy out ahead of him. Carter Sanders leading the way as Womack is all the way down inside the 25, marking him out at the 24. A gain of 16 and a Benton first. The backfield. Woolbright looking left, throwing left. Elias Payne breaks a tackle. Elias is in the end zone for a touchdown. There is the beneficiaries of 20 yards and penalties on that last play. Gavin Tyner keeps. Chase Harding played that outside run well. Patrick Shipp finished off the tackle at the 30.
Man, what a play by Chase Harding that time.
2 steps and boot. It's an end-over-ender that Elias Payne fields at the 1-yard line. He's returning it straight up the middle, and there goes Elias, and Elias is going to take it up the Sylvan Hills sideline to the end zone. Touchdown, Elias Payne. Touchdown, Panthers. 99 yards on the return by the super sophomore, his 3rd touchdown of the first half. So Sylvan Hills football right at midfield. Benton leads at 21-13 with 8:40 to go in the second quarter. Give off to Dylan Harris, and he runs into a brick wall named Peyton McNeely. Chase Harding also in there to help on the tackle. But how about the Benton defensive end, the junior Peyton McNeely? No receiver set for the Bears. They go with the option. The pitch is fumbled by Cleo Penn. Panthers going to pick it up, and going the other way is Walter Hicks, and it is going to be a scoop and score for the Benton defense. Logan Owen and Maddox Davis are going to split to the near side. Elias Payne, with 3 touchdowns in this first half, splits to the right. They give it to big Braylon Russell coming near side, and Braylon is going to run away from the Sylvan Hills defense. That's a 62-yard touchdown run for Braylon Russell, and the Panther offense in one play in the end zone. Possession. Jack Woolbright going to throw to Drake Womack, who's looking downfield. Double pass has Maddox Davis open to midfield at the 40, 30, 20, 10, touchdown Panthers.
No flags.
On the double pass to Drake Womack downfield to Maddox Davis. Going to run it again. Jake Jones going to tackle him right at the line of scrimmage. That time as Jake busted through from his middle linebacker spot to dump Stout for no gain. Tyner under center. Going to run the option, and again dropped for a loss, and that time Walter Hicks comes up flexing after a 3-yard loss back to the 15. Carrying him is Jack Woolbright going to set up a screen, throw back to Elias Payne, breaks a tackle. Elias at the 40, 30. Can he outrun the secondary? He can. Touchdown, Elias Payne. 57 yards on the screen from Jack Woolbright. 4th touchdown of the night. First down, Tyner. Going to keep, man. Wow. He was hit.
Who was that?
He tried to turn the corner. That was Chase Harding.
Human.
Big brother Mason played all songs with Moon in it last night. Look at the double pass. Davis to Logan Owen with a great diving catch down to the 23-yard line as the senior laid out and hauled it in. First down. Option. Ball on the ground as Cleo Penn couldn't field the pitch, and he's going to dive on it back at the 20-yard line.
Well, that's the way to start a first down, though, is have them lose, 7 yards on a bad pitch.
Thought Jordan Burr was going to get on it for the Panthers. Second down and 17. And fullback went the wrong way, and Nick Wright is going to be the beneficiary as he tackles Gavin Tyner all the way back at the 15-yard line. Sanders pressured and sacked by Walter Hicks. Terry's pick to click comes up big on the opening snap for Catholic for a loss of 5. In your favor, Jack Woolbright going to keep Jack with running room, and Jack is into Catholic territory down to the 40-yard line. Cole Eichler, the cornerback, made the tackle, but that's 14 yards and a Benton first down.
Well, they had the Panthers made an adjustment there, and Braylon Russell kicked out and caught that blitzing linebacker, which opened the hole up for Jack.
So first down in Rocket territory. Woolbright throws to Braylon Russell, who goes high and pulls it in. And that is going to be a 16, give him 17 yards to the Rocket 23 and a Benton first down. Give it to Braylon running wide. Braylon going to run it right into the end zone. Touchdown Benton Panthers this series. Second down and 8 for Catholic. Sanders going to drop back, steps up, pressured. He goes down. Sacked. Jake Jones on the sack for the Panther defense. Panthers showing blitz. Here they come. Sanders steps back, pressured, and down he goes. Hunter Goodwin is going to be credited with the sack. back at the 28-yard line. Hunter's 3rd sack of the season. It's the Panthers' senior defensive end, Terry, a guy that you like a lot with his 3rd sack.
And he really bull rushed there on the outside and was able to get to the quarterback. That's a huge sack for the Panther defense.
Luckily, the last play of the first half. Sanders drops back, steps up, throws, and picked off. As they tried to go to Ward, it was underthrown, and the Panther sophomore O'Marcus King makes the interception on the final play of the first half. Big play here early in the second half is a give off to Keaton. He was hit by Harding in the backfield, and it is going to be close to a first down as Walter Hicks made the tackle.
I think he's going to be a little short.
Finally set on offense, snap to Woolbright, throws out to Davis, gets a good block from the outside. Davis up the Catholic sideline, down to the 20, finally wrestled down by Matthew Barthol at the 16-yard line. But what great blocking by Drew Harris's wide receiver. Brad Harris goes for it. Give off to Braylon Russell. Touchdown Panthers. Running right, Braylon Russell is in the end zone. And the Panthers roll the dice, and it comes up well. Touchdown Benton. Is Woolbright going to run the tunnel screen to Elias Payne. There goes Elias at the 40, at the 45. Over midfield, down to the Catholic 47-yard line. Woolbright takes a snap. Fakes to Russell, keeps Jack with running room, up the seam, down near the red zone, inside the red zone, down to the 10-yard line. And Benton's going to have it 1st and goal. It was high and short, and it's fielded at the 30-yard line. That's Chris Bernard. Good return by Chris into Catholic territory at the 40. Finally going to be pushed out of bounds by Thomas Duck at the 35. 2nd and 17. Woolbright drops back and throws. Womack makes a great catch as he was hit immediately. A flat 3rd down. Give to Braylon Russell. Running room toward the end zone. Lowers his shoulder, and it is a touchdown. Braylon Russell on 3rd and 5. And he's in from 15 yards out as Benton got the edge that time. And Braylon delivered a blow going into the end zone, D.O.
Yeah, he didn't. All he needed was a little head of steam, and once he's got that, he's a load to bring down. I mean, you can see as he lowers his shoulder. Look on here to see who that was that came in.
They're just going to give it to Shadarius Plummer. He's trying to get to the outside, and that's a great effort play by Chris Bernard to make a shoestring tackle at the 45. Lucas Wilbur on to try a 49-yard field goal. Perfect snap. The hold, the kick, it's got the distance. It is good. Lucas Wilbur drills it from 49 yards, and the Panthers go up 10-7 with 1:46 to go in the first quarter. Wow. And the running back is your fastest player as they fake to him. Plummer's going to keep running left, makes a cut, and he's going to have the first down. Ball came free. And the Panthers come up with it as Chase Harding made the tackle, forced the fumble, and coming up with it for Benton was Chris Bernard.
Okay. Well, maybe I can get promotion one day.
Hey, here we go.
You were one play off.
Braylon Russell down to the 10-yard line. It's a touchdown-saving tackle by Victor Levingston. Hey, it didn't get us 6, but it gets us in the red zone. 1st down and goal, Benton at the 10. Lucas Wilbur, who has a 49-yarder already, going to try from 20. It's got plenty of distance, and it is good. 2nd down again. Give it off to Bernard. There's the speed as he split the safeties. Chris Bernard to the end zone from 35 yards, and Benton has regained the lead at 19-14 with 4:42 in the half.
Boy, what a run. I mean, Chris Bernard coming in saying, hey, hand me the rock, coach. Watch this.
Yeah, that's part of the problem with zero safety. Well, once you break the linebackers, there's nobody there.
Jack Woolbright. Donovan in the sidecar. Fakes to Donovan, throws out to Maddox Davis, gets a good block on the edge, and there goes Maddox up the Benton sideline, going to be pushed out of bounds near the 20. They're going to mark him out at the 23-yard line. Big, explosive play for the Benton offense, D.O.
Boy, Jack Woolbright did a good job putting it on the front shoulder.
They finally do with 1 second. Woolbright throwing for Womack. Leaping catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
What a catch by Womack to elevate like that and to come down with it. Concentration that takes. I can't wait to see this on the replay.
Wow.
What a catch by Drake Womack.
Beautifully thrown ball.
Plummer up to his right hip. Parker takes the snap. He's flushed out of the pocket this time. There's some pressure from the Benton defense, and they get him down in the backfield as Herbner and McNeely combined to sack him for a 5-yard loss. Terry, there's the pressure. In a stand-up position at nose. Comes through unabated for the sack, and Brad Harris has made the adjustment. That's back-to-back sacks for the PDC. The punter, Benton, doesn't put anybody back, and it's blocked. He punted it right into the back of the lineman, and it goes out of bounds, and Benton's going to have it at the 18. He's going to take the gift at the 18, swing it out to Maddox Davis, who's going to throw it back to Jack Woolbright, who has a convoy to the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Touchdown, Benton, as they go razzle-dazzle. Big play, 18 yards on the double pass. Woolbright to Davis, back to Woolbright, and Benton goes up by 12.
You got to love these situational plays. They're the best. You dial those up for exactly the occasions like this, and a great job by Elias. He had the guy so blocked, he gave up. He quit.
Screen. Colin Parker pressured, sack.
Fumble.
A strip sack by Walter Hicks, and the Panthers have come up with it. Look what the pressure does. Down in 18. Woolbright drops back, sets up the screen. Braylon Russell with it. He's got a convoy. He is going to cut off Parker Glaze's block and be inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line, and Benton's going to have it 1st and goal. 3rd and goal. Motion Davis to the near side. Looking to set up the pass. The throw, Logan Owen holds on to it in traffic. Touchdown for the senior as Logan Owen with a great catch. Drops back. He's airing it out. Overthrows his receiver. Airing Rideout with a great interception. What a pick by Rideout at the 15.
Are you kidding me?
With one good – wow.
Club dub.
One usable thumb, and he catches it.
Rideout with the club interception.
Tips it to himself with the club.
Are you kidding me?
What a play by Gary Rideout in 2nd down and 4. Woolbright looks right, pumps. He's going to air it out for Logan Owen. Owen makes the catch at midfield. That's back-to-back brilliant catches by the senior wide receiver. Again, Parker pressured, Parker sacked as
Walter Hicks again.
Walter Hicks with his 3rd sack of the night, guys. Jack Woolbright sets up the screen for Elias Payne, and Payne breaks through the first wave, spins out of another, and Elias Payne, sheer determination and will, is going to get the 1st down to the 45. So following the penalty, 3rd and long. Throw to Maddox Davis, and there's Maddox. He's going to have the 1st down and more as he is dragging down the field. Caden Perry all the way to the 31-yard line. Cole Tanner will snap. Logan Owen will hold. And Lucas Wilbur's kick is right down the middle.
Wow.
44-28, Benton leads. Jack is going to keep, and Jack's got the 1st down and more. Into the secondary. Jack is going to go all the way. 4th down and 3. Jack Woolbright for 39 yards and a Benton touchdown. And Elia in there at quarterback. He's going to be sacked. Ty Matea on the sack for the Benton defense back at the 9-yard line. Garrett Honeycutt, the sophomore.
42-yard attempt.
Colby Howard to hold. Honeycutt's kick is up. Does it have the distance? It does.
Wow.
Garrett Honeycutt from 42 yards. Yeah, it's good to see Evan Betts, a senior, in there at one of the defensive end spots. Josh Guerreri is in there as well.
Evan Betts in on the tackle.
Nice job, Evan Betts. And Jake Jones and Chase Harding, the linebackers, on 2nd down. Another run, and it's another loss as dumped in the backfield that time. Was that Jake Jones
Yeah,
in
they
there?
had Jake Jones on an outside stunt.
First down and goal, Benton. Snap, give to Braylon Russell. And Braylon is going to be in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. You couldn't ask for a better start. 3 and out by the defense, and the offense just hammers them.
6 or 7 of these guys, Coach Harris calls on, and onside kick.
And Elias falls on it inside the 50. So they're going to hand it off to Weatherspoon, and he is going to be tackled by Peyton McNeely at the 44-yard line. It's going to leave Marion with 3rd and 7. Right here as Cat hands off to Foster, and Foster is going to be fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage as in to make the tackle. Jordan Burr on the Benton defensive line on the tackle. Catch from Woolbright to Womack. Go back to the ground with Braylon.
Yeah,
and Braylon's got room, and Braylon's at midfield, and Braylon's running away from Patriots, and Braylon's going to go 83 yards to the house. Touchdown, Panthers. 83-yard run for Braylon Russell.
Man, you just know it's going to happen when he puts that foot in the ground and then takes that first step and explodes, Dio. It's just, you know it's coming, and you just got to watch.
There's one back in the backfield. Now they're going to motion Cheers, going to give it to him. Nope, Cat's going to keep it, rolls out. He's going to be pressured, ball comes free. Chase Harding picks it up, and the Panthers are going to have it down at the 5-yard line. Chase Harding fumble recovery. Cole Tanner is a senior, and he will snap it. Logan Owen, sure-handed receiver. Senior will hold it. And Lucas Wilbur, who's 4 of 6 on the season on field goals, will try from 29 yards. There's the snap and hold, and the kick is up, and it is good. Lucas Wilbur knocks it through, and the Panthers take advantage of the turnover, turn it into points, 24-3. Trying to get the Panthers to jump. They don't do it. They give it off to Weatherspoon. He's hitting the backfield. Look at the Panther defense converge and stop him at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And the Panther defense has held and will take over.
Had a 42-yarder last week, did he?
Yeah, 49.
49.
Yeah, this is 42.
If you're a left-footed kicker, I would figure left hash.
Going to have to pull this one, and this kick is up. It's got the distance, and it is good. Lucas Wilbur nails it with 5:02 to go in the first. Panthers going to come out in the same formation, although they do move Logan farther to the outside. Boy, he comes down. It just worked exactly like we thought it would. And Braylon waltzes into the end zone. Touchdown. So first down for Marion. They're going to flip it to Matthew Kearney. And Kearney is going to be tackled from behind. That's Ian Alvarez, a 235-pound defensive end, running down a wide receiver. We are ready for football as Lucas puts his foot into it. Panthers go onside kick. And
got it.
Panthers are saying they have come up with it, and they have. Elias Payne in the end zone, guys. First down. 4 receivers to the right. Swing it out to Braylon Russell. Gets good blocking downfield, and Russell's inside the 10 down to the 4-yard line.
Oh, man, great downfield blocking that time by Colby Howard.
So 3rd down and 10, going to go to the air again. Set up the screen to Womack. He's got blockers out in front. Good block by Carter Sanders. Womack breaking tackles all the way down to the 11-yard line. Gain of 25 and a first down. There they go. Give it off to Braylon right up the middle. Touchdown. Running right behind Carter Sanders for 13 yards. And the Panthers go up 2 scores with 7:03 to go in the first of 8 on their previous possession. So they're going to go with the jet sweep here on first down. The give is to Connor Garish, the sophomore.
Nothing doing either, man. That just collapsed over there.
Chris Bernard. Out there, Garish, by the way, the leading receiver for Walter Hicks for the Eagles at the 23. It's Farmer rolling to his left. He's pressured, throws well high of Levi Compton as Chase Harding and Walter Hicks applying the pressure. Going to stay with it here on first down and goal. Bring Elias Payne in motion. They give it to Elias on the jet sweep, and Elias is in the end zone for a touchdown. Touchdown, Elias Payne of 7 yards, and the Panthers go up 20-0 with one. Jake Jones showing blitz. His Farmer's going to keep. Boy, that was the lesser of 2 evils right there, as Jake Herbner is going to dump him back at the 15.
Well, that's exactly right. Coach Harris said we're not going to allow the quarterback to read off of it. And you can see he had Jake Herbner coming around the other side. That's probably a stunt right there.
Payne back deep to receive for the Panthers.
Not going to get it.
It's Trey Wick, a wobbly end-over-end punt that Elias Fields on the run, and Elias is racing up the Greene County Tech sideline, and Elias Payne is going to coast into the end zone for 6. Touchdown, Panthers.
Well, that's as good as a defensive. Now, Elias, go give the Queen the ball. Oh, you didn't do it.
He's a sophomore.
He's a sophomore, man.
He doesn't
just
know
doesn't
yet.
know. We're going to have to coach him up at
Hammonds. One of the defensive coaches is Trey Wick is going to punt it away again. He tries to punt it away from Elias Payne, who makes a run and catch at the 24 over the 40 midfield. There goes Elias again. That's back-to-back punt returns for a touchdown for Elias Payne.
And now he knows.
76 yards.
There he goes.
That's good coaching there, boys.
That's great coaching. What a play. How about 2 times in a row? Man. How did Elias Payne not get a pick to click tonight?
That's awesome.
What a
good job, young man.
He may shut us down.
Gary Rideout at quarterback throws to Maddox Davis, who makes a man miss. Maddox up the sideline. There's your golf all-staters. Elias Payne touchdowns. Maddox Davis with a touchdown, 50 yards, and the Panthers go up 41-zip.
Man, that was a great play. Good blocking out there. And then Maddox Davis with the aggressive stiff arm move, and then outruns the entire Greene County Tech defense.
So Elias with 2 touchdowns. Maddox Davis with 2 touchdowns in this first half. Chris Bernard checks in. Boy, where have we seen this before?
Man, that change of pace.
Wow.
He is so explosive, guys. Man, when he hits that open space, it's just.
He glides. He's got a different gear. Braylon Russell is a different style of running back, but obviously this style just as effective and just slippery. That's the only way I know to describe it. Thomas is going to be none too happy about this. Rob's new friends.
Lucas Wilbur's kickoff is going to drive Akins to the 1-yard line. It's coming up the center of the field and going to be dropped short of the 20. Ball came free. O'Marcus picked it up, and O'Marcus King has scored. A penalty flag was thrown for a clipping on Greene County Tech. Let's see what the officials call. They have not signaled. Touchdown, O'Marcus King. Middle linebacker. Garish gets the carry, runs right into Josh Guerreri.
Same
at the
result.
line of scrimmage. Evan Betts in at defensive end as Farmer fakes to Spearman and keeps. Bentley Stamper comes up and makes a good hard lick at the 44-yard line.
Wow.
Wow.
Some good games.
Flip it out to Spearman, and that's a good tackle on Spearman.
Well, it sure was.
Daniel Lunsford on the tackle for the Panthers. Qualified the first down, 4th down and 13, Greene County Tech. At their own 39, they pitch it out to Spearman running wide, and Spearman's going to be dropped well shy of the first down. And the Panthers are going to take over. I believe that was Jacob Munns over there on the tackle. 3, so it's a 33-yard attempt. As Panthers shoot for 58 points. That would match the total they put up on Sylvan Hills in the home opener. Snap, hold, Lucas Wilbur's kick is good. State Sparks is going to kick off for the Panthers, drives it down to the 10-yard line. Ball gets through the hands of the return man.
Alvin Allen is just, I watched him the whole way. He ran into the guy that was trying to block him. That guy just was propelled backwards by 5 yards. And then Alvin Allen just shot through there and just attacked. That was fantastic. Good for him. A little rah-rah at halftime. Let's go earn that pizza party.
How about Nick Wright, the sophomore, with the sack back at the 11-yard line? Evan Betts
and
in there as well.
Finishing off with an exclamation point.
67 yards. He's going to take the direct snap on the 2-point play, roll to his right. He throws to the end zone, and that ball is going to be intercepted by Chris Bernard on the 2-point conversions. His right out takes a snap, hands it off to Braylon, running left, and Braylon is going to be near and pick up the first down as they're going to give him to the 40-yard line, a gain of 12 for Braylon Russell. Step back to Sanders. He loses the football, and the Panthers are going to fall on it. And coming up with the fumble, Chase Harding for the Panthers. Benton's going to have it in the red zone. Jacksonville going to try to run wide, and boy, that's not going to work. It's back there to make the tackle, Walter Hicks.
5.
It's right out, going to hand it off to Bernard, running right. Bernard outside the edge, touchdown, Chris Bernard. Chris Bernard on the 6-yard touchdown run, and the Panthers go up 13-6 with 5:41 to go in the first.
Just didn't do it.
First down and 10, Jacksonville. 3:05 to go in the first quarter. Benton leads 14-6. Sanders going to keep running wide, and that time Walter Hicks read it well. Patrick Sanders takes the snap. He's looking left. He's pressured, lofts it up, and that ball was intercepted by O'Marcus King. Was he in bounds? They're going to say yes. Interception O'Marcus King. That is his second interception of the year, and it thwarts a Jacksonville drive at the 7-yard line. It's a snap back to Sanders. He's going to throw to Davis, who is going to be dropped for a big loss. Patrick Shipp read it perfectly. Hooten going to throw. Has Maddox Davis wide open. Up the Jacksonville sideline. There he goes. 10-5 touchdown Panthers. That's a 40-yard pitch and catch from Klein Hooten to Maddox Davis. And the Panthers go up 20-6. Down in 3. Snap goes through Sanders' legs, and the Panthers are going to bury him back at the 20-yard line as Harding and Hicks.
Yeah, there's that quick 3 and out. The
good things about that and all of these kids.
As Klein Hooten takes a first down snap, rolls to his left, throws to a wide open Donovan Pearson, and Donovan is just going to waltz into the end zone for a touchdown.
What a great job by the quarterback that time, not because of the great pass that was thrown, but because he kept his eyes downfield and spotted the open receiver and was able to throw a dart.
Donovan all alone behind the Jacksonville coverage. Made a backpedaling catch at the 20, turned around and just jogged. We'll see if the PDC can force that turnover. First down and 10, Jacksonville at their own 20-yard line. It's a shotgun snap. Boy, Ethan Midkiff just blew that play up in the backfield. A loss of 2 as Kentrell Thompson just ran headlong into the Benton defensive end.
Yeah, there wasn't much of a chance of anything there. Ethan Mitkiff just absolutely almost took the handoff.
Going to go to Braylon Russell, who stiff arms a man. Now Braylon's loose. Look at him go. He's carving up the Titan secondary. Braylon Russell to the end zone. Touchdown Panthers. Another one-play scoring drive as Braylon goes 36 yards. They're going to hand it off this time to Davis coming near side. And the Panther pursuit swarms him. He's going to be tackled in the end zone, but they're going to give him forward progress out to the 1. Hooten still in there at quarterback. Going to take the snap, roll to the right, throwback screen to Braylon Russell. He's got blockers. Braylon's got open field, and the Panthers have another one-play touchdown drive. Touchdown Panthers. That is their 3rd consecutive one-play scoring drive. And Benton goes up by 35, 41-6.
Good balance, can run even sideways.
Absolutely here.
Going to give it to Bernard. He gets a good block from Braylon. And Bernard is going to be tackled short of the end zone, but inside the 5-yard line, down near the 2. And Benton will have it 1st and goal.
Boy, great run that time by Bernard, but how about that downfield blocking by Braylon Russell that time? We see him running the ball well.
And with this kickoff by Tate Sparks, we will have the invoking of the mercy rule for the balance of the ball game. As Tate approaches it, puts his foot into it, and that kick is going to be fielded on a hop by Robert Davis. And Davis is going to be punished short of the 20-yard line. It was a big hit by J. Thomas Pepper.
Boy, it sure was.
It's Cunningham going to roll to his right, throw on the run. That ball's going to be picked off. A great leaping interception that time by Gary Rideout. Checks in at wide receiver as well. First down, get to O'Marcus King, and there goes O'Marcus at the 30, 20, 10, touchdown.
Last 2 years.
So following the penalty, O'Marcus King is going to get the carry, and O'Marcus King is going to get the touchdown. Touchdown O'Marcus King on a 9-yard run. The Searcy 32-yard line, game's opening possession. Give it off to Braylon running right. He's got the first down and more. There goes Braylon Russell to the end zone. Touchdown Panthers. Braylon Russell 32 yards. And that is Braylon's 15th rushing touchdown of the season to give Benton an early lead.
That's exactly what coach has done.
They swing it out to Johnson. Ball comes loose, and the Panthers have come up with the football as Patrick Shipp recovers at the 46-yard line. They complete the pass, Terry, to D.D. Johnson, and coming up to force the fumble, Chris Bernard at their own 9-yard line with a run to Braylon Russell. He breaks a tackle, runs through an arm tackle. There goes Braylon. Braylon at the 45, just powering over Searcy secondary guys all the way down to the Benton 44. Goal. They put the tee down at the 27, a 37-yard try. Lucas 7 of 10 on the season on field goals. It's a perfect snap and hold, and Wilbur's kick is perfect. Following the scoring drive that resulted in a 37-yard field goal. Panthers going to onside kick it. There's a loss. Ball still free. There's a scrum right at the 49-yard line.
I can't tell if he got it or not.
Panthers come up with it. Ball start as Maddox Davis goes in motion. Klein Hooten drops back. He's looking to set up the screen. Does to Drake Womack. Drake with Carter Sanders out leading the way. And Drake is down to the 20-yard line. A gain of 23 and a Benton first down. Klein Hooten pulls it and hops into the end zone for the Benton touchdown. And Klein is fired up, and rightfully so, with a minute 47 to go as Benton goes up 16-7. A 5-play, 94-yard drive in just a minute 28 for Searcy as Elias Payne is going to get a chance on this return. There goes Elias. He's going to carry the football into line territory to the 48-yard line. First down and 10 Panthers. Klein throws to Maddox Davis, who makes a catch, makes a man miss, and Maddox is into the red zone all the way down to the line 11-yard line, a gain of 23 and a first down.
Well, it seems like Justin Ray has just put the offense into warp drive now. Had a little bit of success, and it's like, all right, let's go, turn it on.
First down Panthers at the 11-yard line. They give it to Braylon Russell running left. Braylon going to run right into the end zone on an 11-yard touchdown run. Braylon now with 185 yards and 2 touchdowns in this first half, and Benton goes back up by 9, 23-14.
Wow, just a little bounce outside of the left there, and then one stiff arm, Dio, and he just walked in.
Making the tackle downfield. It's 2nd down and 5 for Searcy. Strickland go through. It's picked up by Walter Hicks. Walter's at the 30. Walter at the 40. At midfield. At the 40s, pointing for a block. Walter Hicks is going to take it all the way for the touchdown. Pick 6, Walter Hicks.
That rhymes. And it's a beautiful thing when a linebacker steps in front of a pass like that.
It sure is. It's a beautiful thing when you see anybody jump a route and just take it full stride in the other direction.
What a play by the sophomore linebacker, Walter Hicks, with the pick 6, and the Panthers go up 30-14.
Walter's showing a little bit of speed there, too.
Well, did you see the move to elude the quarterback trying to make the tackle? Walter Hicks may have a future as posing for the Heisman trophy. The way he did that little move.
And he was pointing for his blockers, trying to set him up. So,
hey, but Chris Bernard came running up. He wasn't about to let anybody catch him. He came up. He was like, I got you.
Walter Hicks had the scoop and score against Sylvan Hills. And now he has the pick 6 for 90 yards on the return. 10 at their own 20. Give it off to Johnson. He's hitting the backfield as Jordan Burr was the first one there and held him up for reinforcements to arrive. Searcy's 35 touchdowns coming into the game. Strickland throws to Cunningham. Woo! Cunningham is leveled by Patrick Shipp. They're going to give him forward progress and a first down at the 31. First down Panthers as Maddox Davis fly motions. They're going to throw to him. Maddox is going to throw downfield to Kobe Howard, who had to go down to a knee to make the catch at the 7-yard line. That's a 21-yard gain and a 1st and goal.
Another 2 plays and another inside the 10 red zone action.
There you go.
1st and goal.
2nd down and 1 as they fake the pitch. Going to throw to Kay Ivy. Gary right out with the interception. Right out with the pick. That is Gary's 5th interception of the year and the 2nd interception inside the 10-yard line tonight for the Benton defense. Hooten rolls to the right, throws Womack wide open, touchdown Panthers. As the Panthers hit them with a double move, Dio, there wasn't a line within 15 yards. Searcy now regains possession after Lucas Wilbur kicked it in the end zone, and there's a sack, and look who it is. Hunter Goodwin, who has not played in several weeks, still leading the team in sacks with his 4th.
In there for him.
O'Marcus also in at a cornerback as Strickland drops to the snap, and he's going to be pummeled by Jake Jones and Walter Hicks back at the 16-yard line. A loss of Lucas Wilbur, 1 of 2 tonight on field goals. He missed from 51 yards at the end of the half. This a 20-yarder, and Lucas splits the uprights, and the Panther lead is now 20 with 2:11 to go in the 3rd quarter. Benton 48. Searcy 28. Tanner Holden and Connor Morgan are going to be on the right side of the line. Carter Sanders is your center. Elijah Harris and Walker Davis to the left. And there goes Braylon running left. And he just plows his way into Searcy territory to the 41-yard line. That's a 16-yard gain and a Benton first down
for the Panthers.
Just another powerful run right up the middle, Dio, and that offensive line starting to Open up some pretty big holes.
Yeah.
Newton fakes. Hooten pumps. Hooten airs it out for Maddox Davis, who makes a leaping catch at the 15-yard line, and the Panther offense is clicking now. 25 yards.
For a first down.
Second down and 10, Panthers at the 15-yard line.
Molly Lawton.
This Panthers going to run the option, pitch it to Braylon Russell, and Braylon going to score. Wow, what a powerful run as he was hit at the 5-yard line. Up a lot of height, but he's covering Ivy again as Strickland rolls to the left. Bernard gets a lick on him. Nick Wright is going to go over and finish the tackle for a sack back at the 21-yard line, and it'll be fourth down again for Bernard and Russell in the backfield. There goes Braylon to the end zone. Braylon Russell from 13 yards out. That is his fourth touchdown of the night, and it gives him 274 yards on 26 carries.
Wow.
41 following the penalty. Strickland pumps. Tried to get Cunningham on a double move, and he is going to be sacked by who else? Hunter Goodwin. His second sack of the night.
Russell out into some space where he can get a little bit of speed. You know, I think Coach Harris knows if he can get halfway there with a little momentum, he's gone.
Klein Hooten has a wide open receiver touchdown, Panthers, as Elias Payne hauls it in. 37 yards, and the Panthers draw first blood. Cole Tanner snaps. Kobe Howard holds. Lucas Wilbur's kick has plenty of distance. It's good. Shepard had 7 catches for 141 yards and 2 touchdowns last week against Greene County Tech. He wears number 1. Mills lucky, and he pumps. Now he's going to be pressured, and he is going to be sacked for a yard loss back at the 36-yard line as Chase Harding and Walter Hicks met in the middle. So West Memphis loads the box. They give it to Braylon. He's got running room and more. Breaks a tackle. Now he's bumped out of bounds by Keontae Hampton, running behind big Walker Davis, the ASU commit, for a first down into the red zone. First and goal, Benton. They go back to Braylon, and Braylon is going to drag Devils into the end zone. Touchdown, Benton, with 3:45 to go in the first quarter, and the Panthers go up 16-0. They bring Merritt in motion, going to give it to him, and the Panther defense was waiting on it.
Yeah, nobody was fooled on that one, Jim.
Peyton McNeely from his defensive end spot, not fooled at all by that jet sweep.
No, not at all. Peyton's he sure has gotten big and strong the last several years, and he's just fun to watch.
Had 8 tackles last week at Searcy, 37 on the season.
Side and defend it.
Yeah, that's a very tough route to defend anywhere on the field, but especially around the goal line.
The Panthers blocked the extra point by Edgar Godino to maintain an 11-point lead at 17-6. So 17-6 as we near the end of the first quarter. Elias Payne on the return. Look at Elias pick his way through there. He's at midfield. He couldn't make Hampton miss. I thought he was going to be able to maintain his balance. But again, look at the field position, guys. Benton's going to start at the West Memphis 43. They're going to keep it on the ground with Jeremiah Magruder, and he is going to lose yardage. They're going to mark it back at the 19-yard line as the Panther pursuit that time, D.O. Excellent.
Well, it started with Walter Hicks coming through, looked like on a blitz, and was able to get his hands on the running back as he tried to counter to the other side. But is that Chase Harding that got in there too and kind of redirected the running back's pass?
So West Memphis threatening to add to the lead in the south end zone. That time Young is going to be pummeled for a loss. It's Peyton McNeely, the first one there. Jake Jones cleans it up.
Yeah, that was a good blitz call right there. Actually, that was Jake Jones.
Jake Jones' first one. Yeah, got it backwards.
Wow.
Ready to receive. It's going to be a high short kick that Elias is going to come up and field at the 25. He's going to ease his way through the middle, over midfield, and look at that. The special teams with a burst again, and Benton's going to start at the West Memphis 40, Coach.
Great attention to.
Well, there he goes. There goes Braylon at the 20-10 touchdown. Keep feeding him. and he goes 38 yards for the score.
Well, and that was what Coach was talking about earlier is, you know, those plays that you're only getting 3-4 yards now, you just keep running them, and eventually you're going to break one, and that's the perfect example of it. It's same play we've been running all night. It just worked that time to perfection.
Running behind Carter Sanders, Elijah Harris, Walker Davis. Braylon Russell goes 38 yards to the end zone. Lucas Wilbur's extra point is good, and the Panthers have tied it at 24 with 6:53 to go in the third.
Anytime you get behind the chains and you need to run the football, it gets more challenging.
It's Klein going to throw deep. Maddox Davis is behind the secondary. Makes a great catch as he came back to the football. Flag comes in. That'll be a pass interference against West Memphis, but the ball a bit underthrown, and Maddox did a great job coming back to it to make the catch.
I think it being underthrown actually may have helped him a little bit on that, because I think he was able to adjust to it before the defender could. So worked out well. We made a circus catch finally.
41 yards on the completion to Maddox Davis, and Benton has it first down and 10 at the West Memphis 14-yard line. Minute 24 to go and counting in the third quarter. Benton in the red zone. So they hand it off to Maddox Davis, running right. Maddox is going to run right into the end zone. Touchdown Panthers, 14 yards. Maddox Davis on the jet sweep.
Great blocking.
Game tied at 31. Mills going to throw. Good coverage across the way as the ball is incomplete. And it was O'Marcus King coming up big at corner.
Man, O'Marcus doing a fantastic job getting in there. Wow, that was really good coverage, because that was a well-thrown ball.
Yes, it was, and it was good coverage again. I mean, O'Marcus has really not been out of position all night. He just got his hand on that one, it looks like. So.
Well, they got 10 men across the line of scrimmage. As Hooten throws under pressure. Catch made by Maddox at midfield. He's going to be in West Memphis territory before he's pushed out of bounds by Keontae Hampton. That's a big third down conversion by the Panthers to the West Memphis 43.
And good job protecting up front, too. I mean, Klein had to kind of hang in there and make a throw off his back foot, but there's my
yards
pick.
on that play's a win.
Give it to Braylon. Running room for Braylon. He breaks a tackle at the 20-10 touchdown. Braylon Russell goes for 40 yards, and Benton regains the lead at 37-31.
Great job right there. Watch the right side of the offensive line right here on this replay, if you can see it. Right side offensive line right there really got off the football, and Braylon made one guy miss, and it's off to the races. And as big as he is, he can get away from the defense.
Back in there on the defense. Mills lobs one over the middle, and that ball's picked off. Panthers are going the other way. And it's down to the 5-yard line. What a play by Patrick Shipp. Patrick Shipp with the INT, and Benton's got it inside the 10. A flag comes down there at the end of the play. But what a huge turnover is Patrick Shipp came up with the interception. Receivers to the wide side of the field. Hooten looking to the short side for Elias Payne. Touchdown! Great catch by Elias.
Wow.
Touchdown Panthers as he tapped it, caught it on the bobble, and the Panthers go up 2 scores. An empty gun for Mills. He's pressured. Here comes a Panther pressure. He throws incomplete as his receiver fell down. O'Marcus King made a diving attempt at an interception. But again, the pressure from the front that time totally blows that play up. Lucas may kick this one to Toll. There's a snap, hold by Kobe Howard, a line drive.
That looked like a Scott Nethery drive off the tee box.
Chris gets the carry running straight ahead. He bounces off a tackle to daylight. There goes Bernard. Touchdown. 45 yards, Chris Bernard. And, guys, the Panthers are an extra point away from hitting 55 for the 6th week in a row.
That's crazy.
Oh, jeez.
Watch the offensive line right here get off the football, too.
Well, they did do a good job.
It was a little resetting of the line of scrimmage 4 yards downfield, wasn't it? First reference. So first down as we get back to football. Keelan Mills pressured, sack, ball loose. And it looks like West Memphis has come up with it. Ray Jordan, big 275-pound offensive lineman, falls on it, but the Panther pressure again, guys.
Yeah, great
has been
pressure.
relentless.
Jake Jones getting in there, and he does the what? Me worry?
At wide receiver this evening. So first down for the Panthers at the 35. They are moving into the wind here in the first quarter. It's Klein Hooten going to drop back. He is going to scramble and throw to Donovan Pearson, who's wide open in the flat. Donovan over midfield, down near the Sheridan 45-yard line for a first down.
Well, I like how Donovan just lowered his head and lowered the boom. Wasn't going to try to juke, was just going to run through the man. I like that.
Yeah, I like the way that Hooten moved in the pocket, Dio, and then used his eyes to find the open receiver.
First down give off to Braylon Russell. Braylon with running room into the Sheridan secondary, and he's going to be close to a first down at the 36-yard line. They're going to stop the clock, move the chains, first down Panthers. And he will take the snap from his own end zone. He's looking to throw, Panther pressure, and there's a sack! A sack. Jake Jones sacks him in the end zone, and the Panthers take a 2-0 lead. Davis goes in motion. They're just going to give it off to Chris Bernard. He's got the first down and more. Spins out of a tackle. Chris is on his way to the end zone at the 10-5 touchdown.
Nice.
Wow.
53 yards. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Mercy.
I'd like a replay on that.
I should have liked a replay on that, too.
I don't know that I'm buying that.
He may have planted there.
Oh, he was straight up out of bounds. It was a good call. Put a lick on him, but didn't deter his march into the end zone.
Lucas Wilbur's extra point is good. He's now a perfect 50 of 50 on the year in PATs. And the Panthers go up 9-0 with 5:32 to go in the first.
Why they don't just keep throwing it all night long.
Run the reverse to Maddox. And Maddox is going to be into Sheridan territory down to the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 13 and a first down.
Now, I want to clarify something. I feel like Pepper may have some inside information on Maddox Davis being the feature back tonight.
Pitch to Chris Bernard running to the far side of the field, breaks a couple of tackles. And Chris is finally going to be pushed out of bounds around the 21-yard line. That's an 18-yard gain and another Benton first down.
Good speed run that time. Got to the outside and then just took on the safety.
Yeah.
So first and goal Panthers. Bernard in the backfield gets the carry. No, Klein pulled it. And Klein with the Cersei play pulls it and runs into the end zone for a 3-yard touchdown. In the backfield for Benton on this possession. O'Marcus gets the carry, and look at the explosion through the hole. There goes O'Marcus down inside the 30, down to the 29, a gain of 17. First down Sheridan. Ashley going to run to the right. He's looking to throw. He's going to tuck, and he is somersaulted over there by Patrick Shipp.
Woo! What a hit, Dio.
Boy, Patrick Shipp held his ground pretty well right there. I think the quarterback thought he was going to take 6'3", 195 and run this guy over, but did not happen.
That did not work the way he planned it.
First down and 25 following the mark off. There's a sack by Peyton McNeely back at the 11-yard line.
Well, and give some credit to Patrick Shipp and O'Marcus doing a great job in coverage.
Yeah.
Quarterback looked over and just Patrick Shipp had that out route completely covered up.
Tight quarters tonight. Is Klein Hooten going to throw to Maddox Davis? Good catch with his hands down to the 20-yard line. It's a 13-yard gain on first down.
They want to keep trying to cover him 10 yards off.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to see
keep doing
more of these passes.
Klein looks to Maddox again. He pumps. Now Klein going to scramble. Now he throws to Maddox, who makes the catch, turns it up, and is at the goal line, pylon down, touchdown Maddox Davis.
That right there was a fantastic play because Maddox was really just running a little 5-yard comeback. When the quarterback scrambled, he scrambled as well, got open, and gave the quarterback
Kick it off. You know Sheridan's looking for an onside kick. There it comes anyway, and the Panthers are all over it. All over it is coming up with the recovery. Jake Herbner.
Man, that was well executed.
Flawless.
He's in the backfield. We hadn't seen Braylon Russell in quite a while. As Drake Womack makes a catch, gets a good block from Donovan Pearson, and Drake carrying Brady Ingram down to the 1-yard line. A gain of 25 and a 1st and goal.
We'll take it. That's what you talked about earlier with the distribution, just getting the ball to different guys.
So 1st and goal at the 1 for the Panthers. Klein Hooten going to throw to Drake Womack, and they get the senior in the end zone touchdown.
Yeah, great job. Great execution on that play.
It's Danny Revis at 501-776-5706 as the Panthers with a sack. Ian Alvarez and Hunter Goodwin met to bring Ashley down, D.O. Snap, fake. Ashley's going to be buried in the backfield back at the 25-yard line. That Panther pressure, Terry, has been relentless.
Boy, it sure has. And that time Jones really coming up the middle and plugging the hole, giving the quarterback no place to escape.
Let's just do some more of that if that's what they're giving us.
And that's what they do. Go to O'Marcus on the short route. Gets good blocking. Look at O'Marcus up the sideline. Cuts back. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. But how about that? 21 yards to O'Marcus King. Give it on the ground to Chris Bernard, and look at Chris go. Chris running with determination down inside the 25 to the Sheridan 22-yard line. That's a 27-yard gain and a 1st down.
Yeah, don't have to get fancy. Just run it right at him.
Look at Chris with 128 yards in this first half. 35. Flip it out to Logan Owen. Logan gets blockers. Look at Carter Sanders with the pancake downfield. And Logan is going to carry down to the 2-yard line, 1st and goal.
Well, I like Carter Sanders coming in there, just making mincemeat of the defender.
Yeah, great downfield blocking by the whole team that time.
Logan Owen. He is brought down on the play by.
So Bernard in the sidecar to Hooten's right, gets the carry running left into the end zone, touchdown. And the Panthers go up 35-0 with 28 seconds to go in the half. Clock will run for the second half. Is Ashley going to drop back? Again, going to be forced out of the pocket, and he's forced right into Jake Jones' waiting grasp at the 31.
That's another sack.
He is tackled on play by number 36.
And I've got Jake for 3 sacks now.
That's big
time. Yeah, great pressure that time from the outside by Hunter Goodwin, who really forced that scramble, and then Jake was able to come up and get him down.
For the Yellow Jackets at their own 36. Actually hands it off. Boy, that is not going to go anywhere as C.J. Davis on the carry, and the Panther defense was waiting on him on the edge. A loss back to the 34.
Yeah, I don't know who that was that sealed it on the end, but I know that was Walter Hicks that met him in the house. Patrick Shipp coming up, and Walter Hicks just unloading on him.
Going to throw it to Will Carter. There goes Will up the sideline. Boy, he got thumped by Isaiah Owens. And Will bounces right up. He's ready to go again.
He did get thumped a little bit there. Welcome to high school, right?
Welcome to senior high football.
Yeah. Benton at the Sheridan 46-yard line. Is Drew going to roll to his right, throw on the run. Good catch by Colby Howard at the 35-yard line. Terry, your eyes are big.
Wow, what a pass. I mean, that's a nice-looking ball right there. I mean, right where the receiver could go up and get it, and a nice catch.
265-pound sophomore in there at center now. As they throw to Cortland Stevens, makes the catch in traffic. down to the Sheridan 37-yard line, and that'll do it for the third quarter. We got a quarter to play tonight, and Benton leads at 36-7 as you're watching Benton Panther football, brought to you by M&M Productions. So he handed off to Crutchmer this time, coming left. That's a good tackle by J. Thomas Pepper for a gain of 1. It's 3rd and 9, and Dio, that's where you want to get Lake Hamilton.
Well, and that's how you have to do it. Notice Crutchmer does a great job getting behind his offensive lineman, number 54 there.
Hamilton with the moving defensive line. Give to Braylon Russell. He cuts back to the left on a play designed to go right. Look at the surge in the end zone. Touchdown Panthers, as he got a push from the offensive line into the end zone.
I was just about to say, who gets that touchdown? Because in my opinion, the offensive line gets it.
Yeah, because he was stopped right here, but Parker Glaze and man, oh man, that was Parker Glaze and Walker Davis both just kind of grabbing him and saying, no, we're going this way, sir. We're getting into this end zone.
Cole Tanner with a perfect snap. Logan Owen with a perfect hold. Lucas Wilbur with a perfect kick, and with 2:44 to go in the first quarter, Benton has struck first as they send Peyton in motion. Give it off to Barton again, and boy, he is smothered at the 25-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd down and 5, Terry. The defense swarming to the football.
They sure are, and they're fired up, too. Those guys are excited.
Klein Hooten fakes, throws. Boy, what a catch in traffic by Maddox Davis, and Maddox is going to be tackled in Lake Hamilton territory by Waller at the Wolf 46.
Passes. They've got the inside defender coming out there. Braylon Russell's supposed to be the guy that blocks him, but look at Maddox.
What a move by Maddox Davis.
He beat Crutchmer right there. Crutchmer was the inside defender that was supposed to be playing that, and Maddox able to make it around the corner on him. But before, they had Braylon Russell coming out to try to set that block, and it's just too far to get out there.
25 yards on Maddox Davis's 5th catch of the motion to the left. Handed off to Braylon, running left. He gets through the first wave. Punishing run by Braylon down to the 3-yard line. It's 1st and goal on a gain of 11.
Well, he didn't seem to quit or give up, fellas. And it looks like his offensive line is taken up for him, too.
And how about Walker Davis, Elijah Harris, Carter Sanders, Connor Morgan, and Parker Glaze doing a great job up front for the Panthers. 1st and goal at the 3. They give it off to Braylon. He's in the end zone. Touchdown Panthers. And Benton goes up 13-0 with 9:39 to go in the first half.
Boy, the offensive line just kind of set up a brick wall, and Braylon just kind of bounced and spun along it as he went towards the end zone. But getting a little chippy down there between the offensive lineman and the defensive lineman of Lake Hamilton. And it's a long game, fellas.
With the tight end to the left, they give it to Crutchmer running left. He gets a good block on the edge. Panther pursuit, though. How about Pervarius Perkins with the open field tackle at the Benton, leading 14-0. Panthers have it at their own 20-yard line. Going to run that little shovel pitch to Maddox Davis. Look at Maddox go over the 35. He's horse-collared by Jamarian Bird at the 37, but that is a 17-yard gain. Guys, Maddox Davis, 6 catches, 82 yards in this first half.
Well, you think about it. Gillerin told us this was going to happen. They're going to put their focus on Braylon Russell. So, hey, let's give it to this other great athlete we've got in our backfield.
When downfield, Logan Owen wide open. 20, 10, touchdown, Panthers, 62 yards. Klein Hooten to Logan Owen.
What a beautiful ball by Klein Hooten. Man, what a beautiful pass, Dio.
Boy, we need to cut that video clip. Matt, you need to mark that video clip. We need to send that in an email to Gillerin. that should arrive fresh Monday morning, just to show them our quarterback.
Lucas Wilbur's PAT is good, and with 7:06 to go, after long, time-consuming drives, the Panthers go 2 plays, 80 yards, all in the air, Terry.
They're trying to take away that onside kick.
Lucas kicks this one high. It's going to be fielded at the 11-yard line by White Wolf, and look at Elias Payne in coverage. Drops him short of the 20, back at the 17. And again, the field position against the Wolves, they're going to have to drive 83 yards. The Benton 9-yard line as they give it to Kretschmer running left. Kretschmer is banged down at the 3-yard line.
Well, Bernard came in there and absolutely laid a lick on him.
Chris Bernard making an introduction.
That was a good cutback by Kretschmer. Well, that wasn't Bernard that made the hit. That was
Hardy. Panther fans rise to their feet as they're going to hand it off to Kretschmer running left, and the Panthers have held. Benton holds. What a goal line stand by the maroon and gray.
And oh man, the PDC coming up huge. I mean, they've been able to get yards all night with Kretschmer on that play. That little outside run, and woo, just a good job blocking that up. You got Jay Thomas coming in there, Bernard coming in there. Who collapsed it from the ground?
That was Ship. Minute 35 to go. Russell motions again out of the backfield. Klein rolls to the right, throws on the run for Owen, who makes a great catch on the sideline. Got a foot in, diving out of bounds. And that should be good for another first down, guys.
Well, he spotted him right short of it.
Well, his foot was clearly down.
Yeah.
And it was clearly down.
Set. It's a slot to the left. Give it off to Braylon. Braylon's got the first down. He's at the second level, over the 40, down to the 41-yard line. A gain of 13 and a first down for the Wolves. As Hurley drops a football, the Panthers are on it. Fumble, and Benton has come up with it, and that is Jake Jones. Glaze go out in the first half. So the junior in there replacing him. Low throw, Logan Owen with a great catch inside the 20. Give it to Braylon again, coming right. Braylon in the end zone. Touchdown, Braylon Russell from 10 yards, and the Panthers now up 27-0. Center of the field, 3rd down and 16. They give it to Evan Payton on the jet sweep. Boy, look at the Panther defense. Played it outstanding. J. Thomas Pepper turned it in. Chase Harding cleaned up the mess.
That's exactly how it's supposed to be played. We tell our kids in 6th grade, those outside guys, when you got outside contain, so doing your job does not mean making the tackle. Doing your job means getting that guy to turn upfield, and that's exactly what it looks like.
And the linebacker was right there. 4th down and 5 for Lake Hamilton at the Benton 11-yard line. Panthers trying to get another red zone stop. So they're going to give it to Kretschmer running left. Kretschmer is
he's going
to be short. Yep, they're going to mark him at the 6, and the Panther defense is held again. What did Dr. Anderson say? Bend but don't break.
Yeah, absolutely.
The PDC does it again.
I'm not gonna jinx us, but they're trying to earn a playoff pizza party.
3rd down and 9. Davis motions to the near side. Klein rolling that way. Looking, throwing, catch. Elias Payne in the center of the field. 1st down to the 34. 3rd down and 7. Bernard motions out of the backfield. Klein pressure, throws on the run, sets up the screen, and Drake Womack's got it. 1st down and more into Lake Hamilton territory. Wow. Panthers send the sophomore Garrett Honeycutt on to attempt the field goal. It is up, and it is good. Garrett Honeycutt with a 34-yard field goal. Be a part of Jake Herbner's legacy as they go speed sweep, double handoff, and the Panthers stuff them again. And that's Peyton McNeely jumping up and saying, no way. The 4th down defense tonight has been outstanding. So give it off to Martin. Boy, look at the Panther defense that time. Is Alvin Allen in there coming up on the tackle. Prevarius Perkins in there as well. And now you see an Ian Alvarez, Daniel Jordan, and Ethan Midkiff up front. Blake Dorsey rotating that defensive minute mark of the 4th quarter. So
yeah, when we went up 31-0, Jim Landers said, time to head to the house.
And it's a happy Benton Panther sideline as the Panthers win it 31-0. Chase Harding and Walter Hicks, the secondary. O'Marcus King, Javion Parker, Chris Bernard, J. Thomas Pepper, Gary Rideout, and Patrick Shipp. On first down, Hunter Houston is picked off. It's a pick six. Pick six. Patrick Shipp. Patrick Shipp with a pick six. And Benton's up 6-0.
Wow, what a play. He read it from the snap and broke on the ball, Dio, and jumped right in front and took it to the house.
Boy, the Greenwood Bulldog fans are absolutely sitting on their hands right now. You can't start a playoff game any better than that when you come into Greenwood's house. That's like leaving a bag full of dog dew on the doorstep. That's what that's like.
Lucas Wilbur's extra point is right down Main Street, and with 11:50, 10 seconds into the game, it's Benton 7, Greenwood nothing, and now 9 interceptions. An empty gun. Houston pressured, flushed, on the run. He's going to be sacked by Walter Hicks back at the 41-yard line. Hicks with his 6th sack of the year. It's a loss of 6. It'll be 2nd and 16. At the 43, empty gun. Houston drops back. He's pressured. He's going to be hit and dropped. Dropped at the 43. Walter Hicks. Peyton McNeely brought the pressure.
Man, oh man, Peyton McNeely doing such a good job to kind of just rein the quarterback in right there, coming in from behind, and then Walter Hicks just finishing with a punishing tackle. Man, Walter Hicks came to play tonight.
So the Panthers able to get pressure, guys, on Hunter Houston.
And that's really with just a 4-man rush is all that they've got going when they've gotten pressure on him. It's been because of good coverage.
Here it comes again, and down he goes again. Walter Hicks is having a night.
Walter, they've just got no answer for Walter Hicks right now. He's given a little bit of a delay to his rush and then just firing up the middle.
Karn splits to the left. They bunch 3 receivers to the right. Now they motion Aiden Kennan, the big H-back. Hunter Houston going to keep on the direct snap, and Ian Alvarez makes a great play to tackle him at the 4.
Yeah, Ian Alvarez just kind of knifed through there and was able to get him wrapped up. Good job of getting him down and not letting him just kind of walk him back.
Davis and Payne split to the right. Womack now motions to the right. They're going to hand it off to Braylon. And there goes Braylon in the open field. Braylon carries to the 44. Storm Sherry, the safety, makes the tackle. That's a gain of 16 and a first down.
Boy, great job that time by Carter Sanders, putting his guy to the left there and giving Braylon room.
Cleared his own path.
Donovan Pearson checks in. Benton going to go quick pass to Elias Payne. Gets a good block from Donovan Pearson. There goes Elias. He's dragging a safety all the way inside the 10, near the goal line, down to the 1-yard line.
Let me tell you this. If you don't think these boys came to play, then you're not watching this football game, because they are ready and they are fighting every single down.
Look at this play. I mean, Elias just fighting and fighting.
Wood. Back to Kennan, batted in the air. Panthers dive for it.
They got it.
And it's picked off by J. Thomas Pepper on the deflection.
No way.
And the Panthers
Thomas,
take the football back.
I couldn't see him because we had somebody blocking our way. But here we go. Let's see if we can see it on the replay.
Boy, J. Thomas just tracks that ball in and extends his arms and keeps his hands between the football and the ground.
And they give it off to Donovan. And Donovan finds a seam, and he's going to have a first down to the 35. The Panther run game behind that offensive line.
Yeah, they're doing a good
job. Owning it on this drive.
Yeah, that offensive line is firing off, man. Looking really good, dominating. You see some of the defensive linemen for Greenwood, hands on their hips.
First down as they give it to Braylon. Touchdown, Russell. What a drive, 79 yards, all on the ground, and the Panthers regain the lead at 13-10.
What a drive. What a drive by this offensive line, just completely dominating all the way down the field.
Drake Womack doing a great job laying the final block right there to free Braylon Russell.
So 3rd down and 4 at the 39. They give it to Glover. He's going to be tackled behind by Jake Jones. A loss back to the 41, and it's going to be 4th down.
Jake Jones just knifes in off the edge and wraps him up, and then Walter Hicks comes in to help him out.
Man. To the left. They pump. They're going to throw downfield to Robbins. Deflected. Picked up by Gary Rideout.
Man, what a game.
Gary Rideout, 6th interception of the season, and that's the 3rd interception of Houston in the first half.
Last year it was 6 sacks. Tonight it's 3 interceptions in the first half. I mean, talk about the defense coming up big on both sides of the ball,
yes.
Really. 2 fumbles from Benton, 3 interceptions from Greenwood. I mean, it's a 3-point ball game, and it feels that way.
Womack, the H-back, 2 receivers in the formation. Klein Hooten looks to throw. He pumps. He's throwing for Maddox Davis. Maddox makes a catch. And
what
there's our little Gavin Wells 2.0. The end zone are quick out of bounds to buy yourself some yardage. No timeouts. Hooten looking. Hooten throwing. Catch made by Logan Owen. Owen in the end zone. Fake to Russell. Hooten throws over the middle to Maddox Davis, who makes the catch and moves the chains at the 45-yard line. 10 yards and a first down. And they're just going to give it to 2, and he's going to get it and more. Braylon, a touchdown saving tackle by Braden Skaggs at the 25-yard line. 19 yards for Braylon Russell.
Boy, they're grinding down there in the trench, boys.
They are. That offensive line is doing work.
You like good old-fashioned what they call Big Ten football, this is a game for you.
First down, Panthers at the Bulldog 14. Got to punch it in here. Womack motions to the right. Hooten hands off to Braylon, running left. Braylon busts it outside. Braylon to the corner. Braylon to the end zone. Touchdown.
There we go.
Wow.
He took forever to signal that.
I'm telling you, I didn't think he was going to call it.
Well, now you can't trust it.
You can't tonight. Braylon Russell on the touchdown.
And look at the speed, Dio. Even
Yeah.
when he broke that last tackle, he had the speed to get outside and get into the end zone.
Panthers go up 20-17, and Lucas Wilbur's extra point is good. 21-17. Braylon 24-21. Braylon Russell going to get the carry. Braylon going to pick up 9 yards, give him 10, and that puts Braylon over 200. His 30th carry, 206 yards tonight. 6. Braylon with the carry again. There he is, breaking tackles inside the 30, down near the 26-yard line, and Evan Williams punches the turf in disgust.
Well, it is an absolute slog up the middle. I mean, both of these teams are just absolutely exhausted. What a football game.
How good have Walker Davis, Elijah Harris, Carter Sanders, Connor Morgan, Parker Glaze, those guys been up front. As that time, Braylon hit behind the line of scrimmage, going to be stopped for no gain as Logan Taylor made the tackle for Greenwood.
I feel like we missed a block there or something because that guy came through completely untouched.
Chris
Yeah,
Bernard going to check in, Terry.
Yeah, Chris Bernard's checking in. Glad to see him on the field tonight. A little scary moment last week, and everything checked out all right. He's able to play tonight.
Chris with just 1 carry tonight. You're going to give it to him this time. Chris bounces outside. There's the speed of Chris Bernard. First down in the red zone, down to the 11-yard line. And that's that changeup we hadn't seen tonight.
Yeah, it's that change of pace, and that's the one thing that Chris gives you is he gives you the ability, especially after running between the tackles, he gives you the ability to bounce it outside.
Well, they had 3 defenders over there. If Brady Mackey didn't break it up, there were 2 tacklers ready to.
Oh, it was a low snap.
But
how
still
about
good.
Logan Owen, the holder right there, getting it down. Lucas Wilbur hits the field goal from 25 yards. What a job by Logan Owen.
Great job.
Man, oh man. That was a senior play right there to get that ball up and kickable. He made that field goal
2, second down and 8. Houston rolling to the left, throwing. Catch made by Mackey, but he's hit and driven back by Javion Parker. That's 5'5", 145, bringing the Woodside. Single receiver far side. Handoff to Davis, who runs into Walter Hicks. No gain. In fact, maybe a loss of a yard at 2nd and 11.
Boy, Walter Hicks has he has played in the offensive backfield all night long tonight.
Eat, Panthers. Effort, attitude, and toughness right here.
Got to have somebody to make a play.
Got to have grit right here.
Robbins in motion. Houston hands off to Glover. Glover going to be stopped.
Hey, Thomas.
Jay Thomas Pepper. Jake Jones finished it off. And that is going to be for no gain. Braden Davis, the running back to the left. Hunter Houston keeps. He's plowed down by Pervarius Perkins at the 4-yard line. And the immediate timeout by Greenwood with 10 seconds left. Greenwood rushes 2. Elias makes a catch. Pitches it to Maddox, who turns and flips. And here we go. Panthers continue to flip it. Walker Davis has the football. Walker is looking to flip it. Ball is on the turf, and that's going to do it as Joshua Allen is on the football, and it is a broken-hearted Benton Panthers squad that left it all on the field tonight. (31-24). Greenwood wins, and Greenwood will go to the state championship in an outstanding high school football game, guys.
Couldn't ask for one better than that.
Well,
I mean, a better outcome, but not a better game.
No. I would have preferred a better outcome, but it was a heck of a game. It was a well-fought game on both sides and back and forth.
And there will be 3 plays for sure talked about for a long time. Donovan Pearson's dive to the end zone, Logan Owens' catch at the goal line, and then the Hunter Houston leap that was ruled a touchdown. I mean, 3 heartbreakers that for a pile on Cam tonight.
Yeah,